had a young lady from Louisiana, a precious little baby girl who had a horrible accident because the teacher would not allow her to go to the restroom again after complaining of a tummy ache. Unfortunately, this did not end well for the student. She's a beautiful child. She's rebounded wonderfully, and she'll be happy to know that going forward, she'll have an alternative. So she doesn't have to contend with her belly aching after consuming something her body simply couldn't digest. I rise today in support of the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act as amended, which allows for plant-based milk alternatives to be more easily and readily available for children with lactose intolerance. This is especially important because the rate of some degree of lactose intolerance in minority communities are startling high, more than most people would realize. With approximately 65% of Latino students, 75% of black students, 90% of Asian students are unable to digest dairy milk without detrimental effects. This portion does, in fact, follow the science. These statistics are real, and they played out every single day in the classroom. Not long ago, I had a young lady from Louisiana, a precious little baby girl who had a horrible accident because the teacher would not allow her to go to the restroom again after complaining of a tummy ache. Unfortunately, this did not end well for the student. She's a beautiful child. She's rebounded wonderfully, and she'll be happy to know that going forward, she'll have an alternative. So she doesn't have to contend with her belly aching after consuming something her body simply couldn't digest, because the school offered no alternative. It was this or nothing. And as you know, in many cases, our young people will get nothing if they don't enjoy some nutritional values at school. Many children may not make the connection between consumption of milk and their feelings of discomfort and even illness. Lactose intolerance causes a range of health effects, including stomach pain, severe bloating, gas, diarrhea, and even exacerbated asthma symptoms. These symptoms can hinder a child's ability to concentrate in the classroom, to perform in the classroom, to be attentive in the classroom, to learn in the classroom. Colleagues, we should do everything in our power to make sure our children have the best opportunity to concentrate, to learn, to do well, and to be healthy in the classroom. Currently, children who suffer adverse reactions from traditional milk must produce a doctor's note to receive an alternative beverage, which places an unfair burden squarely on minority children, children of working parents, children whose parents simply don't have the time or the ability to even because of the healthcare system crisis, to even see a doctor, let alone get a note from a doctor. This bill fixes that issue. It contains a provision from bipartisan legislation I filed in each of the last 3 Congresses to remove the doctor's note requirement for receiving milk alternatives. This bill gives us an opportunity to this bill folds in those measures from my previously filed bill.
Are you on an additional minute?
Gentleman is recognized for 1 additional minute.
Thank you, Ranking Member. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker. I urge my colleagues to support this common sense bipartisan reform that will allow our children to receive the nutrition they need to fuel healthy and successful lives in and out of school. And while I understand that this bill may not capture every need that's out there, and I concede to our ranking member, who I respect greatly, that we have much work to do. But, ladies and gentlemen, this bill goes a long way to fix an issue that can simply not wait any longer to be addressed. Thank you. I urge support for this measure, and I yield back.